All right, moving on to the next subject. Former this one is real tough right here. Former NBA player Nate Robinson says he suffers from high blood pressure, which causes kidney failure, and he's been going through this for some time. But he's recently confessed on a podcast that he doesn't have long to live. Um, he also had mentioned that he goes to the hospital on a very regular basis, I believe every day or every 2 days, to make sure that he has fresh kidneys. But if he doesn't get a transplant in time, that he could possibly lose his life. This is when you hear stuff like that. He's so young. He's still got a lot to live for. He's accomplished so much. I just That's just tough to hear, and he feel like he know his fate already. And man, prayers go up to him and his family. And I'm praying that a kidney will come in time so he could get that transplant, because that's tough, man. To know that you're that sick and you don't have long to live. Just imagine the daily, you know what I mean? Like that daily fight with that mental. And I think that's probably more mental than anything. He's been through a lot. He's been an athlete all his career. So physically, he can make it out of anything. But mentally, that's a hard pill to digest. Pause. Uh, you know, Sad to hear the cards were dealt. That is a fact, man. That's something I don't think anybody, anybody can't just, everybody can't just deal with that with a good spirit. Would you sell a kidney? Whew. Yeah, I can't answer that question. Would his family sell a kidney? Would his brother, his mom, his sister, are they matched for kidneys? I mean, you got people out there who are what they call that, organ donors. But that's only for people when they pass away. Um, but I would be more remiss if he didn't ask anybody in his family who's closer to him that would possibly be a better match for him, which would be his blood relatives. Hope you're doing good today. Appreciate that, blood. Appreciate that, blood frat. Appreciate that. Hope you're doing well yourself, my brother. But yeah, it's very sad to hear that again, Nate Robinson is dealing with high blood pressure, which causes kidney failure. And I hope he keeps fighting, and I hope a kidney comes in time for him. I'll donate a kidney in a heartbeat. Life's too short, so best to make a positive impact when you're here. Yo, that's fire. That's fire. I love that. I love that. I love that. That's dope. Shout out to Drizzy in the building. From the hood, came from life and death. Some kids died earlier than that. Think he lived a bit longer. That's a fact too. Like, see, here's the thing, right? There's a lot of kids who haven't even seen 20. You know what I mean? And you wish you could give but we can only give what we could give, right? But just knowing who he is and seeing what he accomplished, you just hate to see him in that spot. You hate to see anybody in that spot. You know what I mean? And I know because he's an athlete and he's built a platform on why we even talking about this, but there's obviously millions of kids who've yet to, live to in their 30s, and it's not going to because of their illness and their sickness. So but they don't have the platform and things like that. So, and I'm pretty sure those kids are on, I'm hoping that these kids are on any type of list that is life saving. Uh, so I have to get his blood pressure under control before he can get a new kidney. Kidney list is long. My wife been waiting for one for year. Wow, 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 wow. Man, that's tough, man. That's tough. That's tough, man. That's tough. I watched both of my parents pass away from cancer, and they both had different types of cancer, and it was a uh, it was very it was very tough to watch that that I couldn't do absolutely nothing to change that. Um, you know, that's why people say health is better than wealth, because you can always attain wealth, and you need your health to have wealth. So it's just a tough situation. But I pray for him and his family, and all those who don't have the platform to be in that situation. That's in that situation as well. Her kidneys have gone from chemo to fixing the leukemia. Wow. Wow, I played football, basketball, and I boxed growing up, and I knew this one particular kid um, that went to Brooklyn Tech. I don't remember his name, but I remember he went to Brooklyn Tech. But he was a phenomenal football player. He was phenomenal, and he had leukemia. He had leukemia when I think I was like a freshman, and he was probably like a junior. He was probably like a junior. That's probably why I don't remember his name. But he was older than me, and he was like all city as a sophomore. He was nice, and he ended up having leukemia. He had to walk away from the game. I never knew what happened to him later on, and everything like that. So, but yeah, rolling 12 in the building, rolling 12 in the building. Yo, where's T Pain at? Man, T Pain is on vacation. Man, he was trying to still get on the show, but something's going on with the Wi-Fi at where he's at. Where he's at. The Wi-Fi is crazy, and he was unable to tap in and get right. But he missed y'all. He wanted to get in so bad. So, I spoke to him uh, earlier today, and that was kind of like a quick that was like a quick combo, but he was definitely trying to make it happen. He was definitely make it happen. But he's definitely gonna be back Sunday night. Definitely. My condolences to your parents, sir. From Central. Shout out to Eric. Shout out to Eric. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to San Antonio. I did a show in San Antonio back in November. Back in November at I think it's called the Paper Moon. I think it's called the Paper Moon. I think it's called the Paper Moon. Yeah, I bodied that performance too. I bodied that performance. San Antonio, y'all came out and showed a lot of love. So shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to Eric S. Shout out to Eric S. I bodied that show. And so what's funny about San Antonio? San Antonio is like the energy is like whatever you do, if you do it well, they rock with you. So when I finished my set, like yo, it was the love was so genuine. So appreciate that. I think we got rid of yeah. No got time for that. Don't got time for that. All right, so moving forward. All right, comedian Corey Holcomb